Viewers must be 18 or older. Auto recharge, yes. Hello, welcome in. We're just getting set up here.
Oh.
PSU, thanks for coming in. We're just getting set up, so we got a few little technical things to take care of, and get ready to invite in our guest on our first podcast. Welcome in, Georges, Anchor Josh, Mr. Walleye, Frank, Micah, Wayne, Tina. Oh, we got a lot of people jumping in here. We're gonna kick this off at 7:30. We're just getting set up and wait to get Captain Faymous Fisherman in here to ask him some questions, find out about how, why, and what he does. And it's gonna be fun tonight. This is our first one, so it'll be interesting. We'll probably have a few hiccups, but we're all learning together, right? Welcome in, Lester. Everybody, Tiffany, appreciate it. You, Alan, welcome in. Going to be just a few minutes. We have about 7-8 minutes left, and we'll get Dan, Captain Faymous Fisherman, in here. I think you guys are going to love him. If you haven't followed him, he'll be someone you should check out. He has a lot of, he's a really great guy and has a lot of neat techniques and a lot of insight to, especially bass fishing, but he saltwater fishes also. So
hey,
it should
Mr.
be
Walleye.
really good.
It's been a long time, right?
Hey.
Have you missed all of our lives? Is that what happened?
I think I just got him on my personal page the other day. Welcome in, everybody. Appreciate it. Thank you. 3D. Hey, buddy. Mr. White. Yep, lost touch with y'all.
Nikki. What's up, Nikki? Hey, Nikki.
I don't know if we'll get Andrew in here as our other moderator. You might be on your own, Nikki. But we'll be doing most of the talking. So that'll be good. And we don't have to worry about where we're at, what we're fishing for, what we're throwing. This will all be pretty much directed at,
What's up, Vincent?
at Dan and his answers. Hey, Vince.
And Nikki says she's here tonight.
That's what's up. I know. That's why I said that.
Tom's in. What's
Hey,
up, Tom?
what's up?
Welcome in.
Give me 1 second.
Walleye, you're going to have to probably watch a lot of content and see how we are. Get caught up with us. Love you too, Tom. Dan will be in a little bit. We're just kind of getting on a little early just to get it started. Make sure we got everybody in. And Dan will be hopping in about 5 minutes.
Now, is he requesting us or are we requesting him?
He'll just come in the box
All right.
to be invited in.
We'll see you when you get in here, Dan.
What's up, Mike Lee? Welcome in.
Welcome in, everybody. Hey, where's that from?
Miss Deanne, thank you.
Mike, Florida. Misty, welcome. Appreciate them hearts.
Sorry I made y'all worry. Right, because the other day with no Nikki at all on the live, remember? I gotta go check on her.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that made us nervous.
It's crazy, man. We think about a lot of people, especially the really active people that come in. It's amazing.
Hey, hello everyone.
Thanks, 3D.
Tom said, your manners are amazing when you eat.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Because I was feeding him.
I had good looking manicure, huh?
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure I got my
Lynn.
fingers cleaned off too.
Welcome in. Welcome in,
Thanks,
Lynn.
Misty. He's pumping us up.
Pump
Billy
you
Kelly
up.
Jr.
Yep, get your level up points if you want.
Get your master blasters working.
Like I'm about to do it right now if I got enough points.
Oh. My personal best is leveling up.
Okay.
Hey, Hunter. What's up, Fox?
Oh, there we go.
There we go. Wednesday cooking with Jay at the new place. Well, we're just getting used to it, so I'm learning how the stove works. We had a little. I cooked the last 2 nights, and Lily cooked tonight and made chicken fingers and sweet potato fries. Oh, we were loving it.
Heck yeah. And by the way, personal best is me. My personal best. If you're not following me, I don't know what you're doing.
You gotta cut that. There she is. All right.
I don't know what you're doing if you're not following me.
Right. Here, we're gonna adjust just a little.
I just woke up from a nap. I look pretty rough.
She looks pretty. Not rough.
Pretty rough. I was sleepy.
Yeah, we ran around all day, did admin. We haven't fished in a couple days because of moving in, trying to get used to the new place. We did take the boat up 3 days ago. 3 days ago.
I know Andrew was checking on us because we had
Yeah,
gone live
yeah.
in 2 days.
Yeah.
Thank you, Vincent.
We're pretty consistent about being on live, so appreciate it. Did you say Andrew was in, or he was?
No,
checking?
Andrew messaged and
And you are talking about Andrew Gulf Coast.
Yes.
Okay, because we have another Andrew, and it's just Andrew.
Yeah, and it's Gulf Coast. He's our mod. So
I just started talking to him.
Where'd
Just
y'all
got
go?
the #1 gifter. All right. What is it? Chimpy?
No, that's Vincent.
Oh,
He changed his name.
come on, man! You kill us. We can't keep up with
He
y'all.
said he'll change it back.
Florida boy trying to get his back too.
Thank you for real.
To Noah, I think he's back to Noah Jr.
We're waiting on
Just waiting for Dan the man to get in
Dan,
here.
the famous fisherman.
Dan, he's still in hiding, musician.
What's up, fishing musician? How you doing,
He knows,
Sam?
and I don't think Dan's one of them late guys. He probably shows up early to everything. Hey, David, welcome in.
Hey, for real, girl.
For real.
For real. Thank you, Vincent.
This is going to be hard. The camera's just far enough away that I need my glasses to read the comments, but
It's all right. I got the
blurry.
comments, so you don't have to put them on. I'll tell
I
you.
want to talk too.
I'm gonna tell you them.
I don't get to talk much.
That's all you do.
You talk in the back. I'm talking about fishing. I'm usually not answering comments and questions.
Oh gosh, which one? Mike, he said
See it?
Hunter loved your video, Jay.
Hey, what's up, Hunter?
Which one was it? Was it me feeding him? I'm sorry, but was that not the best, you guys?
We had a blast doing that. I'll tell you what.
How many of y'all didn't know that he was using my hands were feeding him
Her
at first?
Her short fingernails and look, we both have a tattoo on as that finger. So a lot of people were like, "Well, that's got to be Jay. He's got the finger tattoo." We both got it.
There's Dan.
All right, Captain Faymous Fisherman, welcome in. Now we got to get him in the box.
Yep, I think it's got a. Let's see, invite him. Is that right?
Yeah. Oh, you can't invite him, right?
Oh, I can't invite him. You do.
Yeah, we're gonna figure this all out. And if you see my Jimmy Jams, we had dinner already. I'm ready. As soon as this is over, I'm out. Sam Friday. 3D's in there tapping away. I can see it. He's popping up every couple seconds. Thank you, brother. Fishing musician. Dan had to comb his hair first. I did too. Look at it. I just had it styled.
Oh, I sent requests. Let's see. Accept.
All right.
Here we go. There he is.
Now we're gonna put.
Good job, Vincent.
Is he? Hey, Dan, how are you, buddy?
Good. Can you hear me all right?
Oh, we can hear you great. You got your mics on?
Huh?
You got your mics on?
Yeah, I hope so.
Now, is he in the big box for y'all or the little box? Because we want to trade out. I just want to do the talking. I want y'all to see.
So how do you trade out, Dan?
This is beyond. Maybe Sam might know this. He's a mod for a lot of people.
Sam, tell us what we need to hit.
Either that, or we need to bring Stephanie in here. Steffi only fish. Oh, there we go. Who did
All
that?
right.
Who did that? Oh, did Dan?
Dan's mods.
Did he do that? That's awesome.
That's good. We can work like that.
What's up, Rhino? Welcome in, guys.
All right. You ready, Dan?
I think so.
All right, buddy. Well, hey, first of all, thank you for coming in,
Oh,
joining
it
us.
was Nikki.
How are you?
I'm well, thanks. Doing well.
All right. All right. We're going to start in the intro. So, Dan, if you don't mind, can you give us the 5 W's for Claire? Who are you? If you want to give your age, if that's appropriate for you, family, anybody else you hold in high regards. Tell us a
I
little
missed
bit
what
about
your question was.
All right, so give us the 5 W's. Who, what, when, why, where. Who are you? Maybe mention your family if you want to. Then the what, when, why, where.
Okay.
About you and your page.
Okay. I'm Dan Fay, Famous Fisherman. Originally started out, my page was just D Fay 65, and then I changed it to D Famous One, and then
I like that one.
and then people, when I would jump on in their lives, they would say it's defame, and it sounded like I've been defamed, you know. So
Oh.
I was like, well, I better change that. So then it just became Famous Fisherman, and that's how I ended up with that.
I think it suited you well.
What's that?
I think that suits you well, Famous Fisherman.
I appreciate it. The main thing I started doing social media for was I was hoping to basically, I was fishing a lot of tournaments, and I was just hoping to attract sponsors to help offset the costs, and that's the main thing I got on social media for. But it ended up being more just that when TikTok came around, I just love it. I love creating creative things on there, and I don't know. That's kind of why I do what I do.
And you're pretty diverse and creative, especially even now. You know, we see you making a lot of AIs, and they're really cool, man. I think you're doing more than any of us that hang out in the same circle.
Oh, I appreciate it. The AI ones unlocked a whole nother level of creativity for me. There are ideas that I had in my head that for years that it required other people to make them, and then with AI now I can just create the other people.
That's cool.
That's really neat.
Yeah.
Thank
you, Ronald Bates.
When did you get started?
So TikTok, I started. This is my 6-year anniversary on TikTok. October of 2019, and Instagram was a few years prior to that, and I let Instagram kind of go for a while when I found TikTok, because TikTok really, like I said, gave me that outlet for my creativity that it just kind of woke something up in me on the creative side, and I just enjoyed TikTok so much more. Hey, Steffi, and I enjoy actually meeting people like I know you guys are like this too, and that's why we connect so well, is that we like to actually meet up in person, and I enjoy that aspect of no other app did I want to meet anybody that I was connected with like I did on TikTok, you know. And I feel
that too.
I feel like the real you comes through on this app more than on some of the other ones. It's where it's just sort of like the best you on the other apps. This is just the real you, you know.
Very well put.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Mr. Wall, I wanted to know how was your fishing, your kayak tournament was.
I still have some learning to do on the kayak side with measuring on the board. I had a lot of, you know how you get a lot of sun glare on the phone when you're trying to see. So when I would take the photos, 2 of my fish got disqualified because one, the bass's mouth was slightly open, and I couldn't see that when I took the photo, but I submitted it, and that one got DQ'd, and then a second one got DQ'd because the tail came off of the board.
Oh.
So it doesn't really matter. I wouldn't have won anything, but I would have been probably in the top 20 or so, or top 15 maybe.
Yeah, might make a difference in points at the end of the year.
That it definitely would. Yeah, because I was going to chase for the rookie of the year points, but it may kill that. But who knows? Whatever's meant to be is meant to be.
I can understand what you're talking about. We did a virtual tournament where, you know, just like you're doing, you guys go out and there's nobody there with you. You're not going to a weigh-in. You measure your fish every time, and you have a time-stamped photo of it.
Yeah. And in this case, they actually do have a. What do you call it? Ceremony at the end or whatever. They have a gathering at the end.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah, it's kind of nice. So they recognize the winners, and they'll have the winners talk about what they did and different things.
Yeah, I did see that. I didn't think that was part of it. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I forgot to broadcast that, but somebody may have live broadcasted. I don't know. But it's kind of nice, and I don't know if you guys are connected with Bait Barbie, but she got 7th place. I was really proud of her.
Yeah, I saw that.
There was, I think, three women in the top 10, which is fantastic.
Yeah, we think that's great too. We just were talking the other day and talking to a couple people that we see so many more women boaters out here now, and we love it. It's just kind of neat, you know. If people think this is a man's sport or boating is a man, it's definitely not. We see a ton of women boaters, and I mean, like all the way from a small fishing boat to these yachts, and it's really neat. I love it.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
Next question: where do you call home base? And fishing wise, where do you draw inspiration from? So where's your home base, and then where do you draw inspiration from for fishing?
There's Larry with J Bro saying hi.
Hey, Larry.
Thank you for the gifts, and hey, Larry, how are you doing?
Okay, so did you say where am I from?
Where are you home based?
So I'm here in Leesburg, Florida. I live close to the Harris chain of lakes now. Been here since May this year. It's been a great move. I hope you guys can come see me here in Leesburg sometime. It's just a amazing spot that God has gifted us with on the lake here, and to get to wake up to this every morning, I'm just so thankful. So this is the home base now. Originally from Los Angeles, California, but I don't know if that was part of the question or not.
I would have never guessed that.
Yeah, right.
You seem like a country boy at heart.
I'm too normal for that, right?
What they advertise about LA, yeah, you're way too normal.
Yeah. My dad played the sax for Disneyland in LA, and then he got transferred to Disney World, and that's how I wound up coming here.
I remember you telling us that when we were in Bienville. Yeah.
Hey, Silver Fox.
So the second part of that question was, with fishing, where do you draw your inspiration from? What drives you?
What drives me? Oh. Well, that's a good question. I mean, my inspiration is my faith in God drives me, and I want to I want to inspire others, and I want to inspire others in their lives. I don't know. I just try to be a good example. I commit to people that my live streams are clean, safe for the whole family, you know, and I try to live that way.
So when you said that, it brought me. I thought of this question the other night, and I didn't have it written down, but I know you. I have seen you do countless in the time that we've known, countless opportunities to be out there with young people, having fishing days, teaching
Yeah.
kids what's going on, getting equipment for them. So tell us just a little bit about that. Some of the things you've done.
Yeah, I see that Sam on my chat there mentioned Bobby Bakewell. He's my friend that I met. We both met at age 11 when I moved here from California. And in California, I was trying to fish. My dad would drop me off at a park, and and I would try to catch a fish. And I never caught a fish in California.
Wow, dang.
Came here and met this friend Bobby Bakewell. We're still friends today, years later, and he showed me how to fish. And then I think that really taught me the importance of having somebody come into your life and show you, and that's why I'm passionate about, because I had this desire that I couldn't get, but you got to come alongside somebody and show them what to do, and then you can ignite that spark in somebody. It's just so neat to see when they get it and they catch on, and it's a fun process to watch, and I love pouring into kids, and when I see a kid catch their first fish, I experience it like for myself all over again, and it's almost like I caught that fish with them, and I enjoy that experience.
Completely understand that. Very noble and notable. And I agree with you. Having some kind of mentor, leader, coach that understands that it's not about them, but it's helping others. You can be the best at anything, but you may not feel like it if you're not passing that on.
That's sweet. Tammy said, Dan helped me fall in love with fishing again.
Uh,
Tammy, you guys are connected with Tammy Outdoors, right?
Yep.
Tammy Outdoors? Yeah. Tammy flew here from Texas and spent a couple days with me, and I showed her just my technique with the weightless worm. That's kind of my signature, is the weightless worm, and she picked up on it like that. She's a quick study, and she picked up on that and took it back to Texas and duplicated it there, and started slaying hogs in Texas, and she's come back a couple more years since. I think she's been 3 visits now, if I'm not mistaken. And now it's just so cool to watch her. She's picking up from other people all these other techniques, and she's adding them to her thing. And like I said, she gets it down pretty quick. I love when somebody like Tammy is teachable. They come and they don't have their preconceived notions. They're just like, give me what you got and I'll do it.
Yeah.
And that's the way Tammy is, and she has just thrived from just putting herself around people that have skills in different techniques, and she has just become a great angler from doing that. It's amazing to watch.
Mr. Walleye says the same thing. You inspire him.
Thank you, Mr. Walleye. Appreciate it.
I completely agree, and even I know you even and me. I'm learning something from somebody every day.
Yep. If you and I fish together, I would learn something from you. You would learn something from me. That's the coolest thing about this. I know there's stuff about snook fishing that I would love to learn from you, and hopefully that will happen one day.
Oh yeah.
And, you are a great all around angler. I love that you can do the salt and the fresh very well on both sides. I'm very weak on the salt side.
Well, I'm a bit of a cheater. I use the same techniques for both.
That's the beautiful thing about snook, is you can chase them. That's why I think I like snook, is you can chase them like you do bass.
Very much so.
Yeah.
You could, if you pick apart the water the same way you would for bass, minus the heavy grass, because I haven't found any heavy grass at the snooker. But all the other techniques, I know you fish docks for bass.
Yeah.
We've caught them on docks, and sometimes, if you have a lake or a river with current in it, you know where those bass are going to set up, and the snook will, depending on the season and the current, will do the same stuff. So it's really neat interaction there.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna get in. So when we do our podcast, we're gonna start out like that. We're gonna get to know you a little bit and have a little bit of back and forth. And now we're gonna get into the meat of this, and that's what everybody's out for. We want to bring home the bacon. I know me and Dan and Lisa have interacted a fair amount. Dan, we've been around. Dan's been in our page and in our lives since we started TikTok. And we got to know you a little bit, and we know that you have a lot of faith. Would you care to elaborate on that faith?
Oh yeah. So I don't know how much you wanted me to go into that, but I, as a teenager, I started drinking at age 13. I set down my drink and I accidentally grabbed somebody else's beer and chugged it, and I was like, wow, that tastes good. And I got a taste for beer at age 13, and then I started stealing beer. I started, just whatever I could to get beer and to be able to drink. And at 15, after coming home drunk a couple times, my mom and dad sat me down and they said, we want to take away the whole mystery of it, whatever. You can have beer at home if you want, So
Wow.
So their thought was, you just enjoy beer at home and you don't have to go out and hide it or whatever. So I don't know that I would have done that as a parent, but that's the way they chose to do it. And but it just I just drank more, and so at age 17, I remember I still went out and drank, and I woke up after a party, and I just felt really empty inside, and I was like, man, there's got to be something more. There's got to be something more, and then later on that week, a guy that I worked with, I could see that he looked really happy, really positive, really good guy. He invited me to this Christian rock concert, and I was like, Christian rock concert? And he said, yeah, it's going to be good. And I was like, I didn't really want to go, and I said, what night is it? He said, it's Friday night. I'm like, okay, I'm out of this because I work every Friday night. and I told him, I said, I work every Friday. And he said, well, if I pray for you to get Friday night off and you get it off, will you go? And I was like, yeah, I guess. Thinking that it wasn't going to happen.
Sure, buddy, I believe.
So I go to check my schedule, and my Friday night is marked off. I'd worked every Friday night. As long as I'd worked there, I'd worked every Friday night, And it was marked off. And I'm like, wow, okay, I guess I'm supposed to go to this. So long story short, I go to the concert, and then they explain how you can have a relationship with Christ at the end of the concert. And did I want that? And it said, stand up if you feel like that's what you need in your life. And I stood up, and that's when my life has never been the same. I basically gave my heart to Christ and said, I'm going to follow you the best way I know how. And that's what I've done since age 17. And it just made such a tremendous difference in my life. My mom words it as, he went to this thing one night and then came home, and he's never been the same since. So
I think that happens for a lot of people.
Yeah.
The beginning of the story, I'm sure 90% of us listening went through that part.
Yeah.
I'm not sure everybody was able to connect as quick or as easy or stay connected the whole time, but I commend you. That's really cool. It's hard to take the first step to anything. Especially when you have a preconceived notion going in. Like, I didn't really want to do that.
Yeah, I think we all have this, I guess what I would call is a God-shaped vacuum in our life, and we try to fill it with these other things, drinking, drugs, or whatever. We try to fill that God-shaped vacuum, and only God can fill it. So until you come to that realization, I think you're going to keep trying different things, and and not have success, you know. So that's where I'm at.
Well, I commend you, and you do well. I don't really hear you push anything on anybody else,
No.
but you are not afraid to say what you think and you feel, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, I try to live my life, and if somebody asks me about, like you just asked, then I gladly tell about the hope that is in me.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing we say we won't get into on our live is we're not going to talk about politics or religion, and
Right.
because there's too many variations with everybody, and it sparks a controversy, and then our fishing is done.
Yep. I cut the politics off, and I really don't talk about religion. Although I had, like with Robbie Bunker,
Yeah.
you know, his I don't know if you were part of that live stream. The day that he died, I was fishing, and his wife. Well, I see in the chat Robbie Bunker pops up the name,
I know, brother, us too.
and so I was like, well, that can't be Robbie. I know he's on death's door in the hospital.
Definitely jumping back and forth.
Sarah.
I said, is this Robbie's wife? And she said, yes, I'm beside him in the hospital. And so I invited her to come in a box there, and I said, can I just pray for you, you know? And I just said a prayer, and of course I lost it after that. I fell apart, and I had to end the live stream because I just couldn't hold it together. But then she called me the next day, and she goes, I want you to know Robbie heard you because tears were streaming down his cheeks while you were praying for him.
You're gonna make me lose it.
Yeah, right.
And he passed away 5 hours later.
Yeah. So if you're new in here, Robbie is someone that's been a part of most of the circle that we run in for a long time. He wasn't very active with us up until we moved back into his stomping grounds, and then he was on every day.
We made him a mod.
Yeah, we really love this guy. We made him a mod. He was in there every time we were on. He was in there. He sent us a couple homemade lures, and we went out and caught a couple fish on him. And just a great dude.
Thank you.
And we're gonna have to move on because we're all gonna start crying.
Right?
Yeah, we gotta stop that.
All right. So now we talked about your faith in your spiritual journey. What about your faith in fishing? How do you say? And you've done a lot of tournaments. How do you say? You know what? I feel good. I'm going to go out here and whack them today.
I tell you what, there's no replacing time on the water, and so if it, like this tournament that I did with this past weekend, I had put my time in on that particular case, so I felt like I should have done better, but whatever happens for a reason. But in most cases, the tournaments that I do lately, when I do a tournament, I don't have a whole lot of time to invest. So now I just go out and I say, I'm going to go fishing and I'm going to do my best to figure it out as I go, you know? And I enjoy that. Just kind of read the conditions and adjust and do what you can do to make the best of it, you know? I may have more time in the future to be able to get on the water and figure things out ahead of time. But I just go and say, okay, I'm going to put the knowledge that I have to work and figure out where these fish should be based on the conditions. And you know, I've got enough hours on the water to figure some of that stuff out.
Very good, very good.
I try to tell people when you're starting with tournaments or just starting out fishing, if you focus on depth and speed, not so much what lure you're using, but focus on depth and speed, and have, if you're doing a tournament, have 4 to 5 different lures that have different depths and speeds to them, so that you can figure out what the fish want that day or that hour. That can be very helpful. So I like to have the slow bruco worm, and then I got the fast chatterbait, and then something in between, like a twitching topwater or something like that, and have those different speeds and see which one gets the attention that day, and then keep plugging away with that.
I 100% believe that. And you know, it's funny because we start out almost the same way every time, but it's not that we know that, oh, we're going out and get them on jerk baits today, or
Yeah.
we're going to get them on a swim bait or a topwater. But those are the staples, and what
Yeah,
I'm confident in.
I like to kid and say that Fast Eddie is the only one I know that can force a fish to eat the way that he wants him to eat.
Right.
He's amazing. He is amazing.
Oh, I'm wore out just watching him.
Oh my gosh! If you should fish with him one time, you will be exhausted.
He has to have a 12-to-1 gear ratio.
He uses 8 or 9 to 1, but still, I don't know. I can't figure out. I've spent a lot of time with him on the water, and I still can't figure out how he can force feed those fish like he does. He forces them to eat.
Well, he takes all that energy from using text and puts it into fishing.
He's getting better. I notice he's getting better.
All right, Lisa's got a question for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have a lot going on with. You're one of the busiest persons that I don't personally see you every day, but we kind of do. But you have a regular job, the social media, fishing, helping others. How do you find balance to make sure you are meeting your family's needs?
Good question. I try to make sure every night before I go on the water. Like tonight, I was going to go out and get an hour in before dark. I got home at 4:45. I'm like, I got an hour and I can fish, you know. But I came home and there was a friend of ours that came to see my mother-in-law. As you know, she's in her final couple weeks of life.
Bless her.
And a friend of ours came to visit her, and of course, so that turned into, well, I guess I'm not fishing because we're going to visit with her, you know. So I try to, again, that comes back to the Spirit. I try to be sensitive to the Holy Spirit. The Spirit, if I'm thinking one way, I look at something and I'm like, okay, this means this is not what's supposed to happen tonight, you know. And just like Saturday, might get too far off in a tangent, but I don't know if some of you guys were watching Saturday. So the interesting thing is, like, I didn't have, my printer wasn't working at the house, right? So I wasn't able to print up the tournament card, which means I would not have been able to fish, right?
Oh.
So I called the tournament director and he said, hey, there's a guy launching at your same place, and he has an extra tournament card for you. You just meet him in the morning.
Wow.
So I met up with him and he gave me that tournament card. Well, then it's launch time and I go out and I'm fishing already for 15 minutes. And this guy calls me and he says, he goes, I hate to call you. I don't have anybody else to call. He goes, I'm stuck at the ramp. He backed up his kayak and got in a rut and he couldn't pull his. So I paddled 20 minutes back.
Holy cow.
To help him out. And that cost me about an hour of fishing time. But I was like, you know what? I'm not worried about this because whatever happens is supposed to happen. It could be just as easily that I find a fish on my way there or on my way back.
Right.
Or it could be that I'm not supposed to do any good. I don't know. It's just all part of a plan somehow.
Absolutely.
But we got to be faithful to help somebody out like that when they're in need. And I wasn't able. I tried to tow him off the ramp, and the rope broke. And then so then I said, well, how about we try to take your trailer off of the thing, and that will free it up to move a little easier. And we did that, and that got him out. He rocked back and forth, and then he got out of the rut, and so that was the answer to it. Thankfully, we didn't have to call a record, you know. But who knows? That guy, he came all the way down from Georgia to fish this, you know. So that would have been a real bad experience for him to have to do that and get stuck at the ramp like that.
Yes, sir. Well, good for you.
Thank you, Steffi. I don't think I answered the question so much about Elise's question, but I think I tried to. I try to stay sensitive to the home situation, and I just try to always ask. I don't say to my wife, "I'm going fishing." I say, you know, is tonight open where I can go? And if she gives her blessing, I go. If the situation is not good, then she'll say it. Sometimes she tries to be more allowing of me. I have to try to read behind the, you know.
Uh-huh.
He tries to say yes when I know it's really a no, and so I have to try to read that because when I get fishing on my brain, it can be kind of blinding, you know.
Yeah. Well, you got a good thing when you have support with no matter what a couple does, no matter what they have in hobbies, if they
Yeah.
support one another and I don't know, it's just such a beautiful thing to watch.
Yeah, thank you. Tammy says, I think you and Melanie have a great communication and understanding. Thank you, Tammy.
Yep. That's
We
that's
are,
that's
we
what we
are, we are 40 plus years in here, so we're getting it figured out.
heck yeah.
Takes a little while to earn all that out. What do you categorize your fishing style as? We know you're mainly freshwater, but you get into saltwater too. What do you categorize your fishing style as?
Hmm. As far as it's weird for freshwater. I would say that I'm more of I'm inclined to be a slow finesse fisherman, even though I love to catch in power fishing. I don't have the confidence that Eddie does yet that I can do that. Um, but I will always try power fishing. But my default is back to slow finesse because I know I can always catch them like that. But I may not catch the better ones. But sometimes I just go to myself and say, well, I need a bite.
Get some confidence, yeah. Build some confidence.
And Larry says Ned rigs, yeah.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, saltwater, I typically go toward more power fishing styles. I like to do a walk the dog topwater or a jerk bait, a real fast jerk bait type thing. So I don't know. It's weird that saltwater I think completely differently. I don't know what made me that way.
Good. I think I grew up finesse baiting, and I loved it because it gets you bites
Yeah,
almost all the time.
yeah,
But I think when I started learning different styles, I wanted to explore that.
yeah.
And then once you learn topwater, it's kind of over. That's all you want to
It
do.
is absolute blast topwater. Yeah, I love if I can always get him that way. I would. That's the way I would do it. Tammy says, I keep trying to be a power fisherman, but when it's slow, she uses the Bruco lure.
Yeah.
But that might be the smartest thing, you know.
That's
Buco.
again, that's what amazes me about Eddie and why I always love to fish with him is because he finds a way to do it, and he's literally the only angler that I know that finds a way to get him to bite his way instead of him adapting to the fish. It's like he makes them adapt to him. I don't know how
It's
he
just
does.
neat. It's neat.
I guess we're gonna have to have him on next time.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
listen, we're definitely if he'll come on, we're gonna have him on.
yeah. You need Eddie.
I have him in my lineup.
That's good. Yeah.
So do you have a fishing bucket list?
Yes. Do you mean just is that just a general question like
Anything wide open? Let us know. It
okay,
can be
so
several things.
as far as fish that I want to catch, I have fish that I want to catch, like a clown knife fish. I got to go down. I got to go down south. You guys got one of those yet?
No.
Yeah,
Or
you gotta go a little further south. um, I'd love to just hold one of those in person. Tammy went down there and got hers on her first try. I was a little jealous.
I saw her. Yeah, I saw her post when she got it.
Yeah, and I want to get a snakehead, but I don't want. I only want a snakehead just to check it off. I don't. Not like I'm not fascinated by them like I am the clown knifefish. You know.
Right.
You probably got a snakehead, right?
I've had several snakeheads, and what's the other one that looks like a snakehead?
Mud
Mudfish.
bowfin.
Bowfin.
Yeah.
I've got both of them dinosaurs, but never, and I've never seen a live clownfish. So
Yeah. So, and then on my bucket list also is Alaska. I would like to go to Alaska and fish, and I would like to possibly guide in Alaska. I have a guy who runs a lodge there that said if you anytime you say you're ready to go, he goes, I will hire you as a guide here. And but I just we got too much going on here to do that. But you know, like he would do a seasonal guide where I could just go there for 2 months or something like that in the nicer weather months. And I don't want to go when it's frozen.
right.
No.
But yes, Alaska is definitely on my bucket list, and I hope that I get to do that sometime soon.
Very good. Very good. All right. We've done good. We're only a little over an hour, and
Wow, that's flown by.
so what we want to do now is we want to let three people from the audience put a question up. So if you got a question, throw it up there, and we're only going to really try to answer three because I know it could start a wildfire.
Yeah. Do you want me to tell you what questions are on my side too? We have different chat, right?
Yeah, why don't you pick one and I'll pick one, and then
Okay.
Lisa can pick the last one.
All right. We'll see if there's any questions on there. Nothing on my side yet.
All right. Have you ever caught a sturgeon?
Oh, that's on
Fly
my
guy.
side too.
That's funny, yeah.
Florida guy. Yeah.
Okay. I have not caught a sturgeon. I would love to catch a sturgeon. I mean, they look prehistoric beast like. I think where they have those in Oklahoma, or where are you going to go to get a sturgeon?
We've got one follower in Idaho and one in. I want to
hold
say.
on. Oh gosh, where is he at?
Oh, Tammy says we have a mutual chat, so we're seeing the same chat. Okay.
That's
Oh,
what
okay.
it is, yeah.
Okay. Good.
Where is that? I
Is
can't
that
remember.
is that
It's
OBO?
KTM.
KTM. He must not be in there.
He's
Haven't
been trying to
seen
get Jay to
Hey.
catch a sturgeon forever.
Look, he says all the time, "Come on, brother, as soon as you get here." And I don't. You know what? All my life, once I heard about him, I thought, "Yeah, I want to do that."
Yeah.
Now with these elbows, I don't know.
Yeah.
I got bad carpal tunnel in my wrist, so I still think I missed some hook sets because of the pain when I do the one arm hook sets.
That's how I found out about mine. I had a little bit of pain, but well, when I was in the military, we were at a company party, a big picnic, and they had a pond there. And after we ate, everybody kind of spread out, and I was down there fishing, and I saw the reeds moving, and I threw a little rubber crawl out there, and I set the hook when he picked it up, and I whacked him,
Yeah.
and I about dropped the rod in the water. The next day, I went to the doctor, and he said, "You've got tennis elbow." I was like, "Oh, well, that hurts."
Yeah.
So
All right. See Silver Fox's question there. You want me to do that one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yep.
Okay. How excited am I to teach Titus everything? I'm excited to have a little one that is excited about being on the water. I mean, I get home. I told you guys my situation. We got Noah and Katie and Titus live with us currently. They're ultimately going to build a house out back, but we're all living together right now. And when I get home, that's the first thing Titus says is, "Pop, take me on the Wawa." And I mean, I melt for that. It's like, oh my goodness. And he's such a character. he just soaks everything up, and he loves the nickname we gave him with T Money. My nephew Mike G named him T Money, and of course Silver Fox made his own little bottle of spray labeled T Money.
Aww.
And
Now, how do you work with TikTok on showing your grandson? Because we did that, and we were showing Aiden. I had no clue that they were strict on that, so we got a restriction. And
yeah,
so, how do you work?
I got a restriction a couple week or so ago too, but what I do is I put the camera forward facing. I put myself in the bubble, or and that way I try to keep Titus at just the top of his head in view of the screen. And but even with that situation, I got a ding, and I don't know if the AI picked up on his voice or what it did, but it gave me something like that. I'm still going to take him out there, and his mom and dad don't want him on the screen anyway, so I purposely try to keep just the top of his head just to show he's there, you know.
Gotcha.
Put it in the hole.
That's right. Put back in the wawa.
I love it.
All right, one more question.
I want to ask a question.
I
just want to know, when did it start that you are? I got 2 rods.
Yeah.
Like most people don't see that. That's a skill. That is definitely multitasking that I will probably never be able to do because of my arm not having function that it does. But
yeah,
that's amazing.
Thank you. So I just saw that yesterday was my 4-year anniversary of the beginning of that, which was I was loading up. I finished a live stream one evening, and I was loading up my kayak, and it came falling off the roof rack of my car and broke my hand when I was trying to catch it.
That's right. I remember.
Yeah, it was a boxer's fracture right there, and so I was doing the keeping track of the fish count, and I was like, man, I can't stop catching fish. You know, I got to keep going because I had a goal. You know. And so I thought, well, I need to be able to, I can probably reel with this hand if I just switch, to this one, because I'm left-handed. And so I thought, well, I can reel with the cast and do it that way. So I cast here. So I learned to get pretty proficient casting with my right hand and reeling with the left. And then it was 2 months in a cast and then another 2 months in a splint. And by that time, I had learned pretty much to do with one hand and kind of spin the thing like that with that hand,
Yeah, with your fingers.
spin the star drag. And then whenever I got a fish, I would bring the other hand into play. And so then I got the cast off, and just within a week or so, I thought, well, I need to try just seeing now that I can cast proficiently with this one, I know I can cast this one. So I'm going to try doing 2 at the same time. I remember I was in a kayak when I first did it, and I cast both of them. I was like, that's a piece of cake. I can go like that. And that was the start of it. I thought, and then now, like when I was in this tournament Saturday, when I'm doing a slow presentation, I feel handicapped not doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, I literally think to myself, I can't even do one rod anymore. If I'm doing a fast buzz bait or something like that, I feel natural. But if I'm doing slow, I feel like I have to have one in each hand. And I love to be able to, because I look at 2 targets now. Like when you're fishing, you pick out targets. You're not able to hit every target you see, But with this, I can do, shallow and deep, or I can do a pocket and a point. And so I'm able to hit 2 targets at a time with a slow presentation. And I find it highly effective. I almost did another double up this morning on the live stream. I set the hook on one, and I put my other rod between my legs. And I was reeling up, and all of a sudden the rod between my legs bent over. And so I grabbed that one, I set that hook, and I put the other fish that I knew I had pretty much caught. Put that one between the legs, started reeling that one in, and that fish came off halfway to the boat. So then I grabbed my other rod and finished reeling in the one that I had on. So that was my 47th double up since I've been keeping record.
I was going to ask you because I know I've seen many.
Yeah, now it's 34 out of 47 that I've caught both fish. So my stats are getting a little worse, but it's it's still pretty good.
Yeah. I remember you throwing I think a bruco worm and a jerkbait at the same time, and I was like, "There's no way. How can you do that?"
That's an effective way to do it too. Yeah, I do top water and a jerkbait, I do top water and a bruco worm, and oftentimes I almost caught one on top water this morning. I had one just blast the top water. It helps me work the top water slower during you got cold front conditions like this.
Yeah.
A top water, in most cases, would need to be slower. For them to,
Read that. He said they allow forward facing, so now they need to allow 2 reels.
yeah. I was saying, I need to start a tournament trail.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes.
And write it into the rules.
Dueling rods.
Yes, what? Hold on. Larry said Dan has the hands that could palm a medicine ball. That is why it's so easy.
You do get them long fingers. That makes it way easier to finger the reels.
Yeah, I think I do. My mom is a pianist, so I think I got the piano playing hands, but without the piano playing talent.
Well, it's definitely talent. I don't see many people I don't know if I've ever seen anybody else do that.
Oh, Larry with J Bros is asking my fish count for the year. I keep that on Tackle Tally. It's an app. My recollection is it's roughly around 2,350 bass, or not bass, 2,350 fish for the year. Probably 100 of those are not bass, but most of those are bass.
That is amazing. Every time we watch you, when you're in your lives and doing your fishing, I'm just like, how does this guy do it? And you keep all these stats in your head too, which is nuts. Like you just said.
I didn't used to do that, but people kept asking. So I was like, man, I gotta start doing this because people keep asking about that, and it's like a most commonly asked question. I gotta have an answer to it, you know.
Yeah, Larry said tune in tomorrow morning. I'm going to give it a shot. What's he going to do? Try the two.
Oh man, that should be comedy hour.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't he say he just got back? I know I can't do it.
Mike G. Mike G is my nephew. If you guys didn't know.
Oh, okay. Howdy. I know I couldn't do it because we use mainly spinning reels here, and I definitely can't get my fingers that far around the reel.
I can do it with a spinning reel if I have to, but it's really, really cumbersome. That's not natural. That's not comfortable. It's just like if I had to, I could do it. But with a bait caster, it's very natural with a bait caster just to do that. It's like second nature now.
All right. Oh, we got a puzzle piece. Give me a second.
Make sure you do it right.
It's moving on me. All right. We got it. First try. I'm terrible with that puzzle piece thing.
It's the silly thing is that AI is smart enough to know if you're interacting with the screen or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like it knows if there's a kid on there. It
Yeah.
knows if you're interacting. I get the puzzle piece. It's like stop somebody from sleeping on camera or whatever, you know. But
Right, if you're not engaged.
yeah. But the darn AI knows what's going on. I don't know what the point of that puzzle piece is.
I ask it every day. Do you know what's going on?
Yeah.
It's more than you. All right, so we got about 8 or 9 minutes left because I don't want to
Val and Joe. Are you guys connected with Val and Joe? The Bettses?
I don't know.
Who are they?
They're a cool couple. They kayak fish together out of a tandem kayak.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, they do a cool live stream.
Send us a follow. We'll follow you back.
Yeah. Who does the rowing?
Well, Joe does the rowing.
Sea trolls?
It's all right.
Yeah.
Hey, Gigi. Welcome in, Captain Alex. Easy.
Get her done, Dan, he said.
Get done.
Thank you, Captain Alex. Sure thing, Val.
So, what questions would you have for us? You got a couple minutes left. Fire away, and you know us a lot. So, what would you say is you are curious about?
Okay. Well, both of your. I guess I'd be curious about both of your upbringing. What kind of relationship you have with your have or had with your family, your parents, or is that or if it's a sore subject, you don't have to talk about it either.
No, actually not. I'm an open book. As a matter of fact, I am writing a book about my entire life.
That would be interesting for sure.
A memoir, yeah. I actually started writing it, and I got the first full one. I'm going to do it in series. I have the first one finished, and I did that while I was bedridden. So in January, I started it, and so I was able to finish one series. But my dad was military. He was stationed over into North Carolina, Fort Bragg, when I was just 2 months old. But he retired out of Fort Knox, the same place that Jay retired out of. So we lived in the Kentucky.
Not at the same time.
No. Listen, Jay's only 10 years younger than my mom was. But yeah, we're 9 years apart. But so my mom and dad were married 50 years. They were together 52 when my dad passed. And then my mom passed, but it was a military family. Let me just it was 5 girls, and I always felt like one of the soldiers in a way. Like it's a kind of a tight ship, and so and mom was the very lenient one. We were all running the streets. The biggest thing was that when the street lights came on, you better be in the house.
Yep.
But I was a tomboy. I did all kinds of hunting with my dad, fishing. I was definitely his little coon hunting partner.
Oh, that's good.
We would roll in about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and I still had to go to school.
They did dogs and raccoon hunts at night.
Yeah.
And that just amazes me that a young woman would be like, "Yeah, let's do that, Dad."
Yeah. I was the boy of.
It doesn't amaze me about Lisa.
And then when I with him and started doing bass fishing tournaments with him, it was like I got the fever, and it was now he's created a monster, and I'm the one that is like, we're going fishing.
I'm the one that's like, hey, it's hot. You're tired today. You did a lot yesterday. She's like,
we're doing
I don't
this.
Care.
Yeah.
I love it.
So yeah, that was kind of our life, but it's a big one, big story. So that's the general part of it.
Yeah.
And then you got Jay here.
Oh, my upbringing. It was different. I don't know. It might have been everybody's story back then. My mother and my natural father got together. He got married. He was in the Navy, I think, at the time. Came home and I think he went AWOL, from what I remember. Didn't seem to be from everything that I've learned over history. Me and my natural father never really had a decent relationship until I was an adult.
Yeah.
And could form my own opinions and understand. And we got together and buried history, but at, I think it was 3 years old, my mother met what I call Dad. And he adopted me, and he taught me. He'd been in combat in Korea, or Vietnam. I don't know, one of the two. I can't remember now. It's so far away, those things don't matter to me anymore. He is who he is, and He was very quiet about those things. Um, Pretty stern dude. And, you know, growing up with, when they're that stern, you don't understand any of the whys. And you know, I would have been like, nowadays they'd have called it child abuse. But I tell you what, I am probably so much more respectful to people because of that.
Yeah.
I probably made it through life because of that, knowing that somebody else out there is better than you are. Um, but he taught me so much about the outdoors. It was amazing. I remember the first years going out, be quiet, pick up your feet. What are you doing? Get it over here. Not knowing anything and thinking, well, this sucks. I don't want to do this. But every time he would grab his gear, I'm like on his boots, let's go, Dad. And he knew so much. He taught me about plants and what you could eat, what you couldn't eat, how to survive, how to growing, finding ginseng and making money from it. Back in they did it way back when there really wasn't a lot of money around.
Yeah.
So he taught me a lot. My mother, grew up Catholic, but wasn't devout. Neither one of them were very, church going all the time. But they believed, and it seemed like a strict upbringing until I had kids, and then I was like, girl, you better watch your step. But I think if I wouldn't have had that start, I probably wouldn't have made it.
Yeah.
Much past my 20s, because you wanna explore everything, and if you get caught in the wrong thing, you might not get too far. And I was always lucky enough to go, hey dummy, you're doing the wrong thing. Back up and you figure it out.
Yeah.
So
he kind of ingrained that in you.
Yeah, definitely. And it's funny. A lot of there'll be times when I'm talking to people, and they'll ask this, and I'll be like, man, I had a rough upbringing. And it's funny because I look at it and go, man, as soon as I say that, my mom's going, what was wrong with your upbringing? And it's not, there was nothing wrong with what they did. It was all the other things involved that mostly they didn't even know about. But I look at that and I go, thank goodness I had some guidelines.
Thanks, Princess Casey. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure we all wish our parents did something differently, but that's what I try to tell my kids. Thank God my kids have turned out to be a blessing. But try to tell them, regardless of how you think I did raising you, the bottom line is I did the best I could. I did everything I did was in your best interest, whether I did it right or wrong.
Yeah.
Right, and there's no book.
Yeah.
Like even the books they have are garbage. Parent this way, parent that way. I think you can take 100 of us from 100 completely different upbringings, and we'll all say the same thing about.
Yeah, there's actually, there's a lot of books on parenting, but right now the society seems to have gone toward this almost overboard on the gentle parenting side, and I see some dangers in that on the gentle side, because if your child, basically, I look at it this way: if that child is heading towards traffic and you want to say, stop, and keep going, they're going to get hit by a car. So you've got to have some kind of line you draw where they know when you say stop, you mean stop. You mean there's going to be consequences.
That's so funny. 2 days ago,
it doesn't have to be a whooping. It could be a timeout or whatever, but something that's whatever they're. As I used to say when I would say, we got to find what their currency is and take it.
Right? Yep. No Xbox or whatever they call it now. No social media today.
Yeah.
That might break them though.
Yeah.
To me, if you're extreme on either side, it's all about balance. And every child is different. And you gotta, like you said, lead with the Holy Spirit. Like you gotta know,
Yeah.
you gotta feel it, you gotta be sensitive. And also, one thing that I did with the girls, we got three, is I said I have to allow their conscience to build. It has to be theirs because when we control everything and we make things happen for them or make them do certain things, they're not, that gives no room for their spirit, their soul to speak, you know, to learn that way. So I always said to back up a little bit and allow their conscience to build.
Yeah. Good stuff. Yeah.
Then my dad didn't say much, but when he talked, you better listen. My dad gave us the eye. If he looked at me, it was over. That was all I needed.
I didn't see who said it, but right before we started talking again, he said my dad should have beat me more.
Yeah, that was Elite Farmers. He said, I wish my folks would have hit me harder because I acted like it hurt more than it did. I needed it though.
I just started following him not long ago. Thanks, yeah, brother.
My middle son Cooper, he called DCF on me because I took his television rights away. And so we had a DCF we had 4 DCF investigations because of my middle son.
Wow.
All of them just, garbage because of taking away privileges that he had. And of course DCF is forced to investigate whenever a kid.
Oh yeah.
But that was his challenge that he was like he would be like, I'm gonna call DCF. But you can't back away from whatever parenting you gotta do. You just gotta take the investigation and let it be. And finally, on that last one with the TV, the DCF person said, making false reports like this, it could come back to where you have charges on you, and tried to scare him into, stopping this, So finally, that was the end of that when he realized he could get in trouble. But parenting is definitely not for cowards.
No faint of heart there.
Yeah.
You got to be all in.
It's been an hour, so we're going to wrap it up and go ahead.
Yeah. All right, Dan.
7:30 to 8:30.
We're gonna let you get to yours, and we're gonna get to ours. It's time for dessert and night. I appreciate you coming in, man. It's always a blast.
See you at 2 a.m.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it happens. I might wake up in the middle of the night and need a snack.
Are you going fishing in the morning, Dan?
Lord willing, I will fish in the morning. I believe I will. I'll have to look at. I've got a whole new schedule at work, so I've got to look at what I got to do tomorrow, and then kind of figure things out from there. But I will say I'll likely go fishing in the morning.
All right, I was going to say, anybody that's in on our lives and are following us, if you guys would go over and hit a follow for Dan and check him out. Seriously, he's got some skills, and he's a very wholesome live stream. You don't, if you want your kids to watch, they can. So.
Great family.
I hope everybody online is already following you guys. Follow Real Meditation, and I've enjoyed being connected with you guys. It's been a joy. It really has.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Amanda.
And Amanda Carroll is my sister, by the way, my baby sister.
I saw her say, "That's my sister."
All right.
Well, thank you all.
Thank you
all for coming in.
Yes.
We appreciate it, everybody.
For having me. Was I your first guest for this?
First one.
I'm honored to be your first guest.
Thank you. We're honored that you were coming in, and thank you so much. It's been an honor to know you and be your friend, and hope this stays going a long time.
Absolutely.
All right. Love you guys. Take care.
Yeah, love you
Cut.
too.
Makeup.
Bye.
See ya.